fuckers, it's time to do another Barack Obama video here to close things out. So one of my first videos I ever did here on YouTube that I sadly took down, and that's a real shame because it would have been nice to see me do a video all the way back in 2009 when Barack Obama first became president. I had a video called Obama Sucks. Took the video down. I had like 2,000 views. All my other videos on this channel, they had like no views, but I put up Obama Sucks. And I wasn't ready for all the hatred, so I sadly took the video down. I decided that I didn't want to be so controversial here on YouTube. And that was a huge, massive mistake. I really wish I had that video so I could compare and contrast what I said then versus what I'm saying now. Now, I am watching this live White House feed. I'm seeing Barack Obama and the star of all the memes where all you guys get your news, Joe Biden. Joe Biden's hilarious. You know, he's a funny guy, right? Barack Obama, he's reading the kids. What an inspiration. You know, this is all I fucking hear about Barack Obama. He's an inspiration to us all. Michelle Obama, he's an inspiration to us all. How is he an inspiration? This is what I want to fucking know. After all these 8 fucking years, and I remember my first video what I was complaining about. So Barack Obama, he spent this whole campaign in 2008 pretty much campaigning the exact opposite of everything George W. Bush was running his administration as, right? And what was one of the core things that he said that he was going to make sure wasn't law in this country? The Patriot Act. It was one of the few things that I agree with the Barack Obama. Didn't agree with his military strategy. Seemed very unrealistic. Universal health care. Everything else that this guy was saying sounded like complete fucking horseshit. Also, he was peddling the Bernie Sanders idea, which is what a lot of people don't even remember. This guy was making a lot of fucking promises. He was kind of like somebody running for school president, basically. You know, oh, I'm going to get, you know, a soda machine in the cafeteria. You know, shit like that. He said that they were going to do free college tuition. It was the same line as Bernie Sanders, which was like fucking killing me that no one seems like they remember or bringing this up. This guy was planning to tax the fucking socks off our fucking asses. And people seem to forget. But this guy promised the Patriot Act was not going to be signed off again. That was going to ride off into the distance. You know, go far, far away, past the horizon. See you later. You're not going to illegally spy on us anymore, U.S. government. You're not going to tap our phone lines. You're not going to fucking Watergate the shit out of us. So what happens? During the first month of his presidency, he does the one thing he campaigned and said that he wasn't going to do. He signed off on the Patriot Act. He signed off on it. The first thing he fucking did, the first thing he did when he came into office, he lied. He lied. He lied. He lied. And somehow, for the next 8 fucking years that followed, you're an inspiration to us all, Barack Obama. When the fuck? It's like a bunch of fucking zombies. It really is. I'm seeing the White House feed. I'm saying, thank you, Barack Obama. Yeah, thank you for getting all our fucking troops killed. Thank you for stripping down our military, making sure it was easier to kill our troops. Thank you for putting Hillary fucking Clinton, who already was a criminal based on everything she did in Whitewater, how they handled that fucking situation. Thank you for putting somebody in charge when they left the fucking White House. They took all the fucking china and furniture. A bunch of fucking common thieves, basically. Then also, a failure as a New York senator, and trust me, I fucking know. we've never had a politician that did so little, that was so fucking incompetent in this fucking state. Never had somebody so fucking incompetent to represent us. Which is why all the goofballs that voted her in, I don't understand, why they thought that was a smart move. After seeing everything that we already needed to know about Hillary Clinton. I mean, when somebody fucking takes all the fucking furniture and china out of the fucking White House, what does that say about them? But this is Barack Obama's judgment. Let's get this fucking tacky-ass person that steals fucking furniture, that's a failure already as a senator, and let's put her in charge of foreign negotiations. What a concept, as Secretary of State, right? Makes perfect sense to me. So, she fucking destabilized the whole region, and Barack Obama is giving her the nod and the wink. Yeah, you're doing a good job over there, not stopping her, from overthrowing the ruler in Syria, and the whole thing erupts into a fucking civil war. You've got Benghazi, you've got all this shit on your fucking hands, and what do they do with when Barack Obama's approval rating is looking lower than low? I mean, Barack Obama's legacy was turning, a certain shade of brown. It was turning to fucking shit. They cook up some fake fucking story and video of Osama bin Laden being killed. For some reason, they couldn't find a guy that was lugging around a dialysis machine in the hills of Pakistan. So what happens? All of a sudden, when it's so convenient, when Barack Obama's numbers were dropping within the 40s or like the upper 30s or some shit, all of a sudden, this is when we get our boogeyman, our fucking Osama bin Laden. This is the guy that we were looking for after all this fucking time. And that was it. All of a sudden, Barack Obama was a hero. He was a fucking hero. Even though, even if it was a real story, we should have even congratulated, SEAL Team 6 and not fucking Barack Obama. The guy didn't do fucking anything. He is not a fucking commander-in-chief. He is a commander-in-chump. What a fucking failure he was. I mean, you look at the Middle East, and this guy campaigned, and he did, his whole entire presidency, diplomacy. I'm the peace president. During his first year, they gave him the Nobel Peace Prize. And for what? What the fuck did he deserve a Nobel Peace Prize for? What did he do? You know what I'm saying? No one else got this ever before. Nobel Peace Prize, not even JFK, Ronald Reagan. Nobody got this, before Barack Obama. And why? What was, because he had campaign promises? Every fucking politician has fucking campaign promises. But all of a sudden, Barack Obama's meant more. So let's cut through all the fucking shit. Why is this man considered to be so inspirational? Why is this guy so amazing to so many people? The media basically got down their hands and knees and worshipped this man like he was some kind of fucking God. That he was a Christ-like figure, like he was a fucking Messiah, basically. The whole entire media. And you gotta be super suspicious. And this is what I told people. It's like, this is why I can't believe why they're all fooled into thinking that Trump is some kind of demonic, misogynistic, racist person. They paid attention to everything the media said. They looked at a bunch of edited clips and a bunch of videos from Comedy Central and Stephen Colbert goofballs, and they got fooled. The same way they did with Barack Obama. When Barack Obama started campaigning, we had a bunch of people that were suckered into voting for him. He was the first black president. The media had worked their way into painting a picture of a white America that was full of racists and, intolerance. So many people adopted this liberal mindset. You know, you never even heard about, you know, this liberalism before. Until really, you know, the whole 2008 campaign started, and George W. Bush had brought about this new founded liberalism that people were going to start going against the establishment, or you know, really secretly they were for the establishment, but they were told by the media that they were against the establishment. The liberals were the good people fighting the good fight, and these are the people that, you know, that were going to get the wink and the nod, and these are the people that were going to get the pat on the head, and these are the people that were going to get their free college tuition. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. So these lame-brained people bought into the fallacy of Barack Obama's campaign promises. The guy promised free college. He promised a stabilization of the Middle East. He promised us wealth and prosperity. Did we get wealth and prosperity? One of the lowest unemployment rates of all fucking time in this country. The only thing that could supersede it would be the Great Depression. So, what does Barack Obama do to show you how fucking cowardly this man is? So this guy is now responsible for lots of people being out of work and doing absolutely nothing to help them. What does Barack Obama do? He hides behind a statistic where conveniently the unemployment numbers look lower, because when you compare them to the statistics of people who have stopped looking for a fucking job, they do look lower. But there is an asterisk next to that statistic. And if you look into the fucking asterisk and why it's fucking there next to the statistic, you'd see that less people are looking for work. So when you mathematically figure it all out, it means that there's a lot of people fucking unemployed. But Barack Obama loves to flex his fucking economic muscles and pretend like he's an economic genius. He talks about creating jobs. What jobs? I don't see no jobs. I see jobs going overseas. I see a president-elect that's doing more for jobs than this fucking goofball has done in all his 8 years in office. All I've seen Barack Obama do is start trashing Fox News like it's the only dishonest news station, because we all know CNN and NBC and all the other outlets, ABC, they all tell the fucking truth. The New York Times never told a whole lie in their lives. No, New York Times wasn't paid off by the Pentagon to report stories about WMDs in fucking Iraq. No, totally honest. Fox News, they're the only ones that are not telling the truth. I mean, what a fucking load of bullshit. And what was the thing with Barack Obama, that we were going to finally have transparency in our government? But yet he has a problem with Donald Trump tweeting shit out. Like I said, he's not even president yet, and he's being transparent with the people. He's actually telling people what's going on in their government. And they're telling Donald Trump that he's got to stop. What happened to transparency, huh? Transparency in government, Barack. We haven't seen that in 8 fucking years. You still haven't told us exactly what happened in Benghazi. Why did people die? Why was Hillary Clinton ignoring 300 fucking calls from fucking Marines in Benghazi, huh? Why the fuck did that happen? Where's the transparency? I'm not seeing clearly. The visibility isn't too good on your presidency there, Barack. I don't see it. All I saw was a community organizer, a race-obsessed president that talked about how racist people are. Just, months before going out of office, he talks about in the South that, that's the reason why he was opposed so heavily. He blames Fox News for being on in most bars here in the fucking U.S. Really? Okay, I've been to bars and I've seen the news on. I don't always see Fox News. A lot of times, believe it or not, it's CNN. Because people associate CNN with news like they do Band-Aid for adhesive bandages. It's the big brand. Most people don't even know about the other news stations. It's fucking CNN. People put on CNN. And even so, a lot of times, no one's looking at the fucking news because a lot of times they have the sound turned off on the TVs. Could you imagine in the bar if they had the TV volume on and all the other noise from all the other patrons in the fucking bar? You wouldn't be able to hear fucking shit. News is no good if you can't hear it. You know, you have a little crawl on the bottom, but people are watching NFL, UFC, the Major League Baseball, whatever is else on in the fucking bar. Trust me, most Americans, the way they are, they're not even fucking paying attention. They don't even pay attention to what they had for fucking lunch. So it wasn't Fox News, it was your own incompetence! Stop blaming I've never seen a president blame more people than Barack Obama. This guy blames everybody but himself. He's Mr. Perfect, Mr. Perfectionist. Nothing at all is wrong with Barack Obama. Every single thing the guy does, he thinks he does to the best of his ability. He tells people that it's okay to riot. You know, you have problems. Whatever happened to diplomacy? Whatever happened to talking things out, Barack? Remember those campaign promises? But it's okay for Black Lives Matter to riot through the streets. Perfectly reasonable for them to have a police protest, burning things to the ground, lighting cars on fire, harassing people on highways, looting stores, going into fucking Walmarts and stealing shit, going, you know, and stealing things out of people's cars. This is all fine and well. This is okay. People are allowed to protest and burn the American flag at anti-Trump protests. This is all fine and well. But what else does he say? He says that people in the South are racist. Well, that's nice. Just completely cut out a whole section of the country and alienate them and say, you're supposed to be the fucking leader. You're supposed to be the one unifying this entire country. But instead of unifying it, you're just totally against everybody. You're totally against anybody that doesn't, you know, that doesn't agree with your agenda. I'm sorry, but nobody believes in your make-believe land of socialism. And look what this guy has done. Not only the economy, you know, we're talking about economics and unemployment. What has this guy done to the working class? I can speak from personal experience what this guy has done with the fucking Obamacare. It's bad enough that it's hard to find a job that pays a decent fucking wage, pays a fucking decent salary. This guy is so fucking obsessed with the fucking minimum wage. He doesn't even care about people not even being paid the right wage by jobs. And also people's wages were greatly affected because of fucking Obamacare. Many employers were forced into providing for their employees with Obamacare, purchasing these insurance plans to offer to their employees. They had to legally offer up all these fucking insurance plans, so they had to spend their own money, spend their profits on fucking insurance. Insurance that's not even good anyway with fucking high-ass deductibles. So what did they do? They offer this to people. People had to pay out of their paychecks. If they didn't like that insurance, then they could buy some other fucking plans from the government, and those fucking sucked as well. The best one available to me was one with a fucking high-ass deductible. It was going to be $60 a month. So I go with the one through my job, which is like, you know, $25 a month. And I'll tell you right here, it fucking sucks. The deductible, the only way I'd be able to pay it off would be if I had to go into the fucking hospital, God forbid. The fuck is that fucking shit? That's no good. You call that healthcare? I call that fucking garbage! And so, you know, now these companies have to pay millions of fucking dollars to provide healthcare, you know, and to do these agreements with insurance companies. So what happens? They have to start cutting hours. All of a sudden, companies and full-time work used to be 40 hours a week. Now it's all the way down to 30 fucking hours. Thanks to Obama, they redefined the whole entire workday. What it means to be a full-time worker. How the fuck, after all of these years of full-time work being 40 hours, how the fuck did they redefine what a full-time workday meant? That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Are you fucking kidding me? This is your inspirational leader? This is the guy that you worship and you keep on thanking? What are you thanking him for? Can you people name down here in the comments section, please? I implore you. I fucking implore you. Can you please tell me how this man is inspirational? Can you name anything what this man has done to benefit this country? I look back on it and I see fucking disaster. They keep saying that Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, it shows kids that they can be whoever they want. Just because the man is the first black president doesn't make him inspirational. Doesn't make him inspirational at all. There were a lot of people throughout history that were firsts, and they were fucking tyrants. Okay? So that doesn't mean fucking shit. Just because you're the first to something doesn't mean that it makes you exempt from criticism. So, no, I would not recommend that little boys and girls aspire to be like Barack Obama, one of the most racially divisive, one of the most race-obsessed and war-obsessed. This was a war president. This was a man who liked war and blood. And this was a man who, to me it seemed anyway, that he almost enjoyed seeing Americans die in the Middle East. This seemed like a man that every single time there was a terrorist attack, he seemed like it let him roll off his shoulders. And the thing was, what I needed to always ask is, how come it always seemed like this guy was on vacation every single time a big disaster happened somewhere around the world or here in this country? How come it seemed like in Louisiana they had a big flood? Barack Obama was on vacation. He didn't even show up. He was I forget if he was on vacation. Wherever the fuck he was, he didn't show up. But Donald Trump and Mike Pence were down there doing relief work, handing out food and goods to people down there who had been hit hard by the fucking flood. Barack Obama came there a week later. When it was Hurricane Katrina and George W. Bush didn't show up right away, there was hell to pay. He was a racist. He hated black people. But when Barack Obama does it to his own fucking race, and this is what kills me. Not only does this man act racist, but he's not even fully black. He's half white. So why is he so anti-white a lot of times? This is what I don't understand about him. For him being half and half, this was the perfect opportunity for somebody to come along and unify the races. This would have been the time when there were riots going on, police protests. This would have been a great time for the community organizer to get the community together, to have maybe peace talks between police and have a better understanding of what's going on. But instead, no, he doesn't use his prerequisites to his advantage. Instead, he doesn't do shit. He was probably one of the most... This was exactly how he was as senator. Absentee. He wasn't even there for most of the sessions in Congress and in the Senate. So he was the same way as president. And they said they totaled up the bill hundreds of millions of dollars for Barack Obama's vacations. There's never been a man who's gone on vacation this many fucking times on the taxpayers' dime. How is it inspirational to be a fucking mooch? How is it inspirational to be such a war-loving president? Was so much disorder in this country. How is it inspirational that Barack Obama signed off on the Patriot Act after campaigning that he was going to follow the Constitution and that he wasn't going to sign off for it? This man, he campaigned on nothing but hope. He said that hope was everything. That hope was going to get us through. There was no hope in this presidency. If anything, we all started to lack hope after about a year into this presidency. I've never seen things get so bad under one man. I mean, you know, Barack Obama's presidency gave birth to social justice warriors. It gave birth to Nazi feminism. It gave birth to just insane liberalism, ignoring facts, ignoring common sense. It basically ushered in a new brand of insanity. That was Barack Obama's legacy. Motherfuckers, Barack Obama sucks.